Hey, it's Alfalfa. Welcome to part 2 of my Path of Exile beginner guide. Before I dive in, I will quickly recommend that you download a loot filter. PoE has a lot of third-party tools and websites that most players feel like you need to play the game properly. If you're just starting out, the only thing I would recommend is a loot filter. Monsters in this game drop way too much loot, and 99% of it is trash. When you install a filter, it's just going to reduce the amount of stuff you need to look at on your screen. It's going to highlight all the goodies, and it will generally make your life a lot easier. Picking up where we left off in the last video, we've just made it to Lion's Eyes Watch. When we killed Hillock, he actually dropped some stuff, which is probably sitting in your inventory. This item here says it's unidentified. Well, I can use a scroll of wisdom to reveal what's on it. Don't worry, you'll get plenty of scrolls of wisdom. They're really common. They're kind of like toilet paper. Everyone needs it, but nobody's exactly thrilled about it, right? This is a rare item, but there are 4 rarities that you need to know about. Normal items are white. They're just a plain base item with no extra stats, or we're going to call them modifiers or mods. And you've got magic, which are blue. They can have up to 2 mods. Rare items, which are yellow, can have up to 6 mods. And then uniques, which are orange, they've got a special set of mods you won't find anywhere else. We'll talk about these in another video, because I'm assuming you didn't drop a unique after playing for 5 minutes. But hey, I guess you never know. And by the way, there is a stash here for you to store your items. Unless you spent money on this game, you'll only have the 5 tabs to start with. Quests in this game are very straightforward, and there aren't that many. You can actually progress quests without ever picking them up, and then you just need to go back to town to complete them and get your reward. Apparently we already did a quest. You're going to speak to Tark Lee to claim your reward. He gives you a choice of different skill gems based on your chosen class. Don't worry about making the wrong choice, because you can buy all of these from a vendor. In Act 1, you can buy every gem that was offered as a quest reward from Nessa. Gems are in the second tab, and if you scroll over an item in the vendor, you'll see how much it costs. And then you can buy it by dragging it over to your inventory or control clicking. Anyway, the vendors are actually very useful early on if you're lacking gear pieces with the right links or the right colors. So immediately I can get a 3 link and later on a 4 link. All of this I can get from the vendor. Really, this is only if you haven't had any luck getting them as drops. So now you can enter the next area. From here on out, you're just going to be killing stuff while trying to find the entrance to the next area. Also, don't forget to level up your skill gems. Skill gems gain experience just like you do and can be leveled up to level 20. They get much stronger from leveling, so don't forget. I warned you. There's not much to do on this one, just make it to the end where there's a waypoint. This is kind of like a checkpoint that lets you teleport back and forth between town and other waypoints. You can open the campaign map with hotkey U. This shows you where you currently are and what's connected to your area. If you click on any of these squares, it's going to show you where to go to complete that quest. You can do all the side quests. You will need to eventually to get all your passive skill points. But don't worry if you didn't do them all. You can come back at a higher level and finish those off super quickly. Don't try to kill absolutely everything. You don't want to spend too long killing monsters, which you will eventually outlevel. If you press tab, you can toggle your map, but also you can see the monster level for the area you're currently in. You want to be close to that level. If you're too over leveled, you're better off just running past everything. So in the Tidal Island, there is a quest here to find the medicine chest. So we know it's here, but we don't know what we're looking for. Unless you actually read the quest text. Turns out there's a unique mini-boss called Hail Rake. If you kill him, he'll drop an item. Quest items are highlighted in green, and you want to pick these up. Once you're done, you can either use a portal scroll from your inventory, which will open a portal, which you can use to get back to town. Alternatively, and the faster way, is to press escape and exit the character selection. When you log back in, it should teleport you back to the last town you were in. You should only really need to use portal scroll if you need to go back to town, and then back to where you portaled from. Now, you need to choose your reward, and I would definitely pick up the Quicksilver flask. This is a utility flask that just makes you run faster every time you use it, and it recharges often. So it's a nice little speed boost while leveling. Remember that the flask effect does not stack, so you don't want to be spamming your flask. Just reuse it once the effect expires. If you're having problems with Act 1, don't worry, because Act 1 is designed to be really hard. This is counterintuitive, but the game actually gets easier, and by the time you're in Act 4, you should start steamrolling the content. So you'll be fine. Just take your time, just absorb everything. You don't need to learn everything your first go. Anyway, that does it. I'm going to leave it here. Just have fun with it. And the next few parts of this guide will be less of a walkthrough and more focused on individual topics. I wanted to make a video explaining items in more detail because they are at the core of what PoE is about. It's just not very obvious how they work when you're new to the game. But once you understand, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant system. Alright, whatever. Peace.